Hi everyone, Julie is here. I'm glad to see you on my channel Fidhcheall, and the theme of today's video will be Fidhcheall, the board game of Ireland. So let's begin. Everyone knows that Irish are big fans of soccer, hurling, horse racing, where they can spend a whole day with family and friends. By the way, look my video about national sport of Ireland. But only few people know that the border games of Celts have come down to us. Besides these games, the ancestors of chess, there are several Irish border games that survive to this day. Let's talk about Fidhcheall today. Fidhcheall, as you already know, is an old Irish border game. The Welsh counterpart is called Medrawd. It's very reminiscent of other ancient games such as Greek and Russian tavli, Scandinavian tavl, and tavl. In the TV series Vikings, you can sometimes see heroes playing in the game tavl. The name Fidhcheall is formed of two old Irish words. First mean tree, and second mean feeling, knowledge, mind, reason, and etc.
In Christian times, the Irish believed that the game of Fidhcheall was invented during the Trojan War, and it was believed that the Battle of Medrawd happened at the same time as the destruction of Troy. I think we will talk about the battle in a separate video. For such a model of role-playing game, it's very interesting, especially at the request of certain persons to rewrite history. You can also draw parallels with other famous fights, for example from the Old Testament, the Battle of David in Goliath, why you will learn such comparisons from the issue that is dedicated to the battle.
Well, let's talk about what we need to play. First, a variation of the battlefield in a variety of ways.
Simple field of cells are the same color, a field of cells colored in checkerboard pattern, a field without cells but with holes into which sticks are vertically inserted, replacing flat playing chips. This is how the famous board found in Ballandary was made. Or even as colorful drawing, for example, as a color image of a battlefield or a map of Ireland with 4 areas.
The field can be made on wood, paper, cardboard, stone, leather, metal, fabric, and other materials. You can make the field so that playing chips are not located inside the cells, but at the intersections at the line delimiting the cells. There is even variant of round field, so it can be almost anything. It's all depending on your imagination. Second, playing chips.
Playing chips can be in the form of checkers, both simple and decorated with patterns, colored cabochons made of glass or ornamental stone, columns, figure of warriors. Again, as you understand, the principle of anything, the main thing is to put meaning in the figure and conditionally divide them into 2 colors, white and black.
That is, the inventory for this game is so flexible that you can learn the basics without resorting to shopping, using the material at hand. At the point that you can draw round on the sand with stick, take necessary number of small stones and start playing. By the way, subscribe to my channel, mark the bell in order not to miss new release, and push the button if you like this video. With regards of the location to these playing chips.
White pieces located in the middle of the square. The center square is called throne. White king is located on it. None of the pieces except the king can be on the square, and in some variations, even the king after it leaves it. However, if it's empty, the pieces can pass through it. The king is surrounded by guards. The number can vary from 2 to 4 figures on each side, depending on the size of the field. Opponent pieces are placed at the edges of the board. For each guardian piece, there are 2 enemy pieces. There is an assumption that the arrangement of the playing chips corresponds to the sacred division of Ireland. The white chips symbolize the army of Ardrí, the High King, those residents is in Tara, and the black ones located around, the rulers of the historical regions of Ireland attacking from 4 sides, Ulster, Leinster, Munster, Connacht, who seek to defeat him.
Rules of the game. Although the exact rules have been lost, enthusiasts have restored the approximately code that the World Hnefatafel tournament now even being held in Scotland. Fidhcheall is playing classically together, 2 people in a squared board with side of odd number of cells, 7, 9, 11 and even more, with playing chips of 2 colors. As you already understood, playing with 2 sets of playing chips, white and black, where one of the white is king.
Black attacking moves first. Playing chips can move horizontally and vertically to any number of squares. You cannot jump over chips, neither your own nor others. You cannot walk diagonally. Simply put, the chips move like a chess rook. In some variations, the king can only move to a limited number of squares, 1, 3, etc. Tactics. To win with black, you need to destroy the white king. To achieve victory with the white, you need to bring the king to any of squares on the sides of the board in one variation, or to one of the 4 corner squares in another variation. In this case, there are no chips on these squares, as well as on the throne, except for the king cannot enter. To take an opponent's piece, you need to make it so that it's between your 2 pieces, which should be located to the right and left or above and below it. The rules for capturing the king may differ. In some cases, it's taken in the same way as ordinary pieces. In others, it must be surrounded by black pieces on 4 sides. In some variants of the rules, the tokens can be taken if they are between the opponent's token and the throne square. Thus, the king can be captured with 3 pieces. In the variants where the king must make his way to the corner squares work in the same way as the throne. Surrounding the king's checker on 4 sides is a very difficult strategic task, and therefore playing for black is more difficult. To correct this imbalance, amendments are made to the game according to which the king can be surrounded in the same way as any other piece.
Contrast of chess. Asymmetry in balance also require a kind of tactics different from chess. If in chess game when no hurry exchange pieces, then Fidhcheall, on the contrary, requires that the playing chips on the board behave like true berserkers, sacrificing themselves, freeing up space for the king to move. Well, I said so much, but I got a lot of stuff to talk about. See you in the next thematic video.